Welcome to South Harmon. Welcome to South Harmon. Hey, welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Another AMA. Ask me anything. Super chat is cool if you wanna pay to play. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate. Let me introduce you to the tear down king. Mike McNutted, ask your questions, he'll answer anything. ATM, you know Adam, put them graphics on the screen. Glad you tapped in now, stay tapped in for the team. Hey, everything is posted. Go follow the socials. South Harmon FF tag us if we get noticed. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Another AMA. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today.
What's good, family? We back.
We back, baby.
Feel like I've been on here every day, Fizz.
Oh, nah, you have. That's why. The MVP, man, the GOAT, man.
Mock draft Mondays wouldn't be a Monday without a mock draft, Fizz. This was 100%. Your idea. We got to do one.
We got to, man. We got to get the people back, and, they was ready for it.
I just dropped the link in the chat, so it's going to be a Superflex, PPR, half-point tighted premium. Fizz did bring up the idea. Hey, maybe we do a 1 QB draft. And I said, as long as I'm alive, South Harmon will never have a 1 quarterback mock draft. There was no disrespect whatsoever. I was just making it abundantly clear that never in my lifetime.
I'm with you, bro.
Well, I read 2 more. Like participate, hop in. Of course, Dynasty Barry has to pick right before me. Thanks, DB, for the snipe. That's inevitably incoming. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. What's good? Drop the fizzle Riz.
Pello, what's up, Playboy? My man.
Put this up here on the screen, huh? Add to the stage. 1 spot. Nobody wants to pick 12th? What are we doing here? Can't find one more?
I actually thought you was 12, Mike, till I started counting. I'm like, damn, I can't count. I thought you was 12 at first.
I could be 12 too. I don't mind having 2 teams.
Nah, man.
No, 12 can be the community pick if nobody gets in.
The community pick. We got 50 people watching. We can't get one more person to click the
I'm about to send a text out right now. Join the damn league.
What are we doing? What are we doing? There we go. Fizz.
Okay.
Even type it in the chat.
That's it. Let's get it, man.
What's up, Mystic? I'm still waiting. 1 spot. What are we doing? What's up, Mr. Wonderful? How you doing? We were just discussing you. Even though you're not even in this league, you still live rent free in Koopa's head. Not this one, particular.
I thought you were being the asshole that wouldn't sell me any kick returners, but apparently it was someone else.
StreamYard for me, Mystic. Anytime I run it, Adam runs all his stuff off Ecamm because he's an Apple nerd. Apple only. They got a little cult or whatever. Fizz, are you part of the Apple cult or are you part of the Android cult?
I say this, man. I'm definitely with the Apple cult, but I've been here since 2008, man. So I ain't just joined the boat. I ain't on the bandwagon. I still got my iPhone 3G. It's about this big, and I can't play nothing on it. But I've been with Apple for a minute, man. So
all right. I guess what you do. I drop the link one more time. I'll give you all like 10 seconds. I'm going without you. With or without.
Hey Corey, man, we was doing this every Monday during the pre-draft for sure, bro.
Yeah. Where were you?
Yeah, for sure. I was talking about like 11 Mondays in a row or something. We was going every week.
14 of them, I believe.
Yeah,
we got 14 episodes in. There it is.
Out, Playboy. It's time to go back, man.
Pello's got it. All right, let's get it going. 101. Ooh, look at that! What a surprise, Caleb Williams. Fizz, you're up, buddy. And he goes,
you know where I'm going, man. You know where I'm going, man. That's why I picked 2 because I knew he's gonna go right to 2. So
Corey said he watched them, but they're not the same. Is that a slight twist? It's the same thing. I learned about Quinyon Mitchell from Koopa, very first episode. Here he is, first round pick of the Eagles.
Coop was on it, man. Coop was, and Dynasty Berry too, man. You know, DB. He deep in the trenches with all the players.
All right, Drake May had 4 neighbors, and then McCarthy. Is that what you guys have been seeing in your rookie drafts?
Yeah, but I think
something similar.
I think this Drake May news, man, might make people want to question him taking him over JJ right now.
The news that he's awesome.
Yeah, awesome sitting behind Brissett for maybe a couple of weeks. Yeah,
it's gonna happen. Yeah, I think it's gonna happen. Do you think McCarthy though sits maybe a few weeks behind?
I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. I can see them both sitting. I just think JJ has a better situation to come right into. But
son of a bitch, there goes Bo Nix.
Oh, people, and they say he looking good, man, in practice, man. He threw three good passes, so they say you on fire.
See, here's the problem: is we've got a South Harmon crew here, so all these QBs are going earlier.
That's true. You know, I let Michael Penix fall.
I was about to say, damn, Michael Penix went. Oh, okay. All right.
I got you, Fizz.
Hey, he should have fell to the 202, brother. I would have been right there. Don't get me wrong.
I got you. Nah, DB just got sniped hard. You know he wanted the Bo Nix. Guaranteed. Bo Nix is probably, I believe, my most rostered quarterback now.
Because you can get him where you want to get him. You ain't got to overpay for him.
I'd take him everywhere. 9, 10, 11, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
Unless something stupid like really happens. You know, every now and then you'll see like a Brian Thomas or Xavier Worthy sooner than they should have gone. All right, Fizz, you come back with Ladd.
Yes, sir.
Jaden and Ladd. How you feeling about that?
I had a couple pre-draft leagues, and I took Ladd in literally all of them. And when I saw the landing spot on draft day, I was thanking God, man, that I made the right decision. So I like me some Ladd, man.
All right. So just to clarify for you, Mike, so your top quarterbacks in rostership: Zach Wilson, Mac Jones, Devin Leary, Jaden Daniels, and Bo Nix are tied. So,
hey, Mike ain't lying then, right?
And you're muted, Mike.
All them Devin Learys are free agents, by the way. DFA off waivers.
Yeah, I think I heard you say that in America's Game Show. You was talking about your quarterback.
Why not? Just you throw a dart at some of these guys who might be the number 2 quarterback on their team. We hope nothing bad happens to Lamar. I'm rocking the Ravens hat tonight, Fizz, for him.
Nothing gonna happen, man, other than QB1. That's it. QB1 season, baby.
Coop, talk to me about Leggett, because Leggett's a pretty polarizing one. What made you push the button there?
Simply the fact that if you're going to subscribe to the theory that Canales is going to turn Bryce Young around, somebody has to catch the ball. And if somebody's going to catch the ball, I'm going to put my money on the receiver they drafted in the first round.
There you go.
That's the thought process. It has nothing to do with it has no other things about Leggett in there about what his past was, although I do love the story in terms of him not playing wide receiver till college and having all the issues, both I think it was with injury and like with some emotional stuff going on. Like that's why it took him a while to break out in college. But if an NFL team's going to say, hey, I'm willing to move up into the first round to make sure that I get my guy, then I'm going to trust that they're going to try and use him as their number 1 target.
That's fair. That's son of a bitch, DP. Oh. All right. Fine. I wanted Marshawn Lloyd. It's like 50-50, but I still just slightly lean Lloyd. A little bit better NFL draft capital. I think he's got a little bit clearer path to playing time, but damn it, DB.
Hey, are you not interested at all in the potential, like Miami, the almost the double backfield for potentially next year of you have Achane and then you have Wright, and Achane makes his money on being efficient, not on having a high volume. And so Wright could potentially be a little bit more the volume guy, and then Achane is just, hey, I'm just gonna be super efficient. Like I could see both of those guys being like definitely usable running backs in fantasy.
I think you're probably right. He's very intriguing. Just if I had to pick, right? We're on a mock and I'm not worried about a portfolio.
Hello.
I'm treating this,
man.
I'm treating this treating this as one individual league with no portfolio in mind. I favor Marshawn Lloyd just slightly.
How would Pello do this, man?
Just because he hates you.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, Jermaine Burton is my guy. He's my guy for this year in Dynasty.
You about to get a my guy auto pick.
Pello, thanks a lot, brother. I literally knew nobody's gonna take him. I don't even know who I want to take right here. I'm gonna just go with what I guess makes sense, man. Pello, why would you do that, bro?
You put Fizz on tilt, Pello. Good job.
Bro, I just knew like ain't nobody about to take my man. I'm good. No.
Look at this, man. Mystic Flame. It's in a 14-team Superflex. Start 11 startup from the 110. He took Caleb Herbert, Dak, Neighbors T. Addison Ladd, Bryce, Levis, Leggett, Sanat. And there's 3 teams with no quarterback through 11, no QB2 through 11 rounds. Oh, the dream. He said he's getting roasted.
Getting roasted, huh?
Unless you're out there with, who's that YouTube commenter? Drew Sorensen Music? Is that the one? We'll put him on blast. I think QB Horde doesn't work. I make one trade.
14 team too.
Jesus.
Like I've seen enough 14 team Superflex leagues to know that warp line on that QB, it doesn't matter what the scoring is at every other position. It's still up at the top.
Sheesh. How we feeling about this Vidal pick, man, at 3-3? That's early nowadays, right?
Dude, when I was talking with Eric, man, I used to love getting Vidal in like the 4th or 5th round.
Some people got him for free. After, like, we got like a 4-round draft. You picking them up free agency.
I ain't doing the 303 though.
Yeah, that's when I saw it. I said, damn, that's tough.
I mean, it's tough. The draft capital still speaks volumes. It still does. And I have a hard time trying to contextualize that in my head. Like, why am I taking a guy that was drafted, 2 rounds, 3 rounds later than somebody else?
Yeah, that 303 was tough, bro.
You can like the situation, but
over Roman Wilson, I don't know if I could have did that one.
Yeah, the Roman Wilson falling to me here at the 306 is just kind of insane to me. He should have been. Yeah. Hey, I mean, personally, I would have taken him over Troy Franklin.
I'm not gonna lie. I was just about to say that was my pick over Troy. I just went Troy because I was so thrown off with Burton, man.
Because he went on tilt, man.
I said I needed another guy with an orange jersey. Let me just get Franklin, man.
Man, now we're just in kind of like get your dude season.
I definitely think Rome probably should have went with Troy. I'll give you that one, cool.
Oh, fuck it. Yep. Take Rattler.
God damn it, Mike.
I'm going to be honest. I would have taken Rattler had Wilson not been there.
Rattler was my next pick. I'm not going to lie.
Because we've seen Derek Carr, like the struggles that he's had. And
a lot of them.
If Rattler comes in and he's starting and he does a little Sam Howell like end of the year, he's looking good. The following season, you can get right back out of him for way more than you bought into, as if you're buying into him in the latter part of the third.
Man, Pello there, man. Pello, I don't like you, bro, in this back end, bro, because my pick swinging around.
He's not even right next to you, and he's still sniping you.
Did you come up with a nickname for Carr yet? Doo-doo.
Nah, I got one.
Doo-doo, so.
I'm gonna watch something, man. I'm gonna come up with it, man. Doodoo Brown just made so much sense, but damn, bro, Pello sniping me every time. Sorry, I'm gonna change it up a little bit, man. I'm gonna go this right here.
Okay, there we go. Now we're back.
Yeah. I feel okay with that pick.
We're back in the Bulls. Love it. I did. Pello's having a good draft.
Nah, like I said, Pello, he on that swing around 2 picks behind him. So it's like every time I say that's my guy, boom. But he doing good though. That's the right moves.
I only thought Pello was good at his troll game, but apparently his mock draft game is pretty good too. Pretty good.
To be picking at 12, he cooking.
And Barry was right, man. The Roman Wilson disrespect was crazy. I was gonna say between those Burton and Wilson, like I have a tough time deciding between which one I want on any given draft. Take both. Interesting. They both play in the North too.
Yeah.
What's your take on why is Burton your guy? Why do you like Burton so much, Fizz?
Well, it's easy to say the T. Higgins thing. That's like the main thing. Like T. Higgins move on and he could be the number 2, but I just think he shouldn't have went the 3rd round. I think he gonna prove to the league like, okay, y'all want to make me fall because of whatever whatever reasons y'all have. So when he get that green light to get on that field, I think he gonna play with a big chip on his shoulder, man. He gonna show him like y'all should have drafted me earlier than this. So it's more so the player than situation to me, because I still like the situation. I just think he already a dog, but he got more of a dog in him knowing that they passed on him. So I'm just betting on the underdog in this situation.
Tim nailed it on the head here with Luke McCaffrey, though. I always feel like Luke goes way too late in drafts. Really,
bro,
does.
that was my pick. He was a steal in that 4-2 if he was there. Because I mean, I heard with no Curtis Samuel there, man, in Washington, man, Luke can be a nice Swiss Army knife over there, man. So
just fits perfectly in that 1-for-1 role, don't
he? Yeah.
And with a better offense, we believe.
Man, the bloodline says it all, man.
The thing you have to watch out for is that his ceiling is capped, but I think you're realistically playing a value game with Luke McCaffrey. He starts to show well. You sell him for more than you bought him for. I think that's it. I don't think he's actually going to be a wide receiver that you really value on your team outside of that potential to be somebody that you can sell as like a top 50 wide receiver.
Cool. Why you gotta mess it all up, man? We trying to cheer the guy on, man. You just told me throw him away once he starts shining.
I'll cheer the guy on too. I think he's great, but it's just realistically, what's his ceiling? Like he's got a running quarterback and Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson on his team with him.
You right. You hit it on the head. I'm with you. But let the comment on him breathe a little bit, man. Let us get a little bit of
Let us have a rookie hype.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Come on.
We gotta put logic into this. The fuck.
Don't tell me to trade my car.
I gotta be the Debbie Downer and be like, just look at Warp for next year. Only 3 of these guys are gonna matter anyway.
I'm saying, don't tell me sell my car as soon as I leave the lot, man. I want to drive around the corner a little bit, man.
Shout out to DB too. DB Coop, I hear you got a little help from you, but he put together a hell of a project that I can't wait to do a nice series, in-depth one on with rookie warp and hit rates and historical averages. And, I'll put all that together, Coop, and Adam will still be like, I'm taking wide receiver over quarterback.
But
for the rest of you, I know you're not smooth brains. You might pay attention. Like, dude, DB gets it all done, and he's been working his ass off on this for days and days. And he gets done, and he goes, "God damn, it's hard for a wide receiver to hit." And I'm like, "Thank you, thank you for telling me." But then Coop comes in here, he's like, "Luke McCaffrey's dead." I wasn't gonna take it that far, but goddamn.
But he said it like as soon as we got done praising him. 2 seconds later, we'll sell him, get rid of him. Damn, Coop, slow down, man.
He's got one coming at the expo. We're getting in that cage. We're getting in the cage.
Man, that expo gonna be here before we know it, man.
I still got to do the Oklahoma drill with Matt Brooding from Campus Canton. Felix is getting in on this too.
So are we gonna be using the bleachers for something? Are we going to somebody putting on the show, man? I think
so.
Yeah, we gotta have a show, man. Hey, look, give me a mic, play some beats, man. We can start a concert. We're gonna have like a night where we just doing talent show. Let's have a talent show, man. Let's get it cracking, man. Talent show, same way they do in the NFL when you a rookie. Let's have a talent show in the school, man.
I love this too, man. You put your league on full tilt when they say that they're not going to trade with you because you have all the quarterbacks. Good luck. Hope you're all strong.
Yeah,
all it takes is one person to break.
I was about to say,
one moment of weakness.
See how long that lasts.
Like me, every time I said, "Man, I'm going on a diet." All it takes is one donut. One donut. One donut's fucked.
Mike, go ahead. Mike always find a way to talk about himself every time.
World revolves around me, Fizz. I don't know.
I ain't mad at you though. I ain't mad, man. But talk good about yourself sometime, man.
I like to be self-deprecating.
That's it.
Easy then. Because then anything anybody say to me don't hurt me.
Hey, look, I used to be the same way, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
If you're always your worst critic, nobody else can criticize you.
Fuck else you gonna say about me? It's gonna upset me. Oh, look, you're fat. Oh my god, you got me. I'll go eat myself. Ooh, there's an interesting one. The Detroit guy, Johnny Detroit, takes the Detroit safety / running back.
Yeah, I seen him trending on my timeline. I said, man, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's worth a shot, I guess, in the best ball.
See, that was a good one. See, Pello, the ultimate troll. I'm not that big. Not the size of the sun. Shit, fuck it. Anaya Smith. Here at the end of the 5th, it gets kind of
If
disgusting.
only Johnny Wilson went to a real team instead of some joke team that they ain't going to use him for no reason, man.
Well, they will when they convert him to tight end.
Man, they drafted him for no reason, man. Could let my boy go somewhere else, man.
Let's see what we got here. Pello's going to finish this one off. All right. So anything in the first round stood out to you? Anybody that's too high, too low? Anything interesting there? Kind of just really seemed chalk for the most part.
Yep, pretty much.
I mean, occasionally Penix and Nix falls out of the first.
I do like seeing, in terms of like the value that falls to me, I like seeing Brooks and Benson go up at like the 201, 202, 203.
A little sooner, right?
Because I think that they really should be in like the 204, 205, that range. And those receiver, like with our board, it should almost be just take those two guys, push them back, and take all those receivers, put them up.
Yeah, I was just saying the second round, though, I do get the Brooks and Benson thing. Like they've kind of slowly been gaining steam as rookie drafts progress, getting a little bit higher. But I'm still like really on board with just hammering those wide receivers, especially Ladd, Pearsall, and Keon Coleman. And whatever order you decide, I won't fight you on any of them. Whoever's your dude, take them. But I think they all deserve to be up there for sure.
Nah, for sure. I know we saw in the first round. I was going to speak on the second round once we get past the first.
Yeah. What stood out to you in the second round, Fizz?
That Ricky Pearsall, man. I don't know if I could take him over. And even I'm starting to believe in this Leggett hype, man. I definitely wouldn't take Ricky over Keon or Leggett for sure.
I got to ask you though with Pearsall, right? So we're operating under the assumption what we know now. Which, if you do like the rosiest of things, it's, 5th option on the San Francisco team with Christian McCaffrey, meaning that they're probably running the football no matter really what anybody else says out there. They'll run them into the dirt first.
Yep.
If, though, between now and the start of the season, one of those guys ended up getting dealt or, heaven forbid, injured, how much higher does Ricky Pearsall go? Like, put yourself in that situation. Like, where would you take Ricky Pearsall knowing that he was the Ayuk replacement or the Debo replacement?
I say this. I would do exactly what Coop said do with McCaffrey. And the first game he goes off, I'm getting rid of him.
Oh, he's selling him, huh?
Yeah, I don't trust Kyle Shanahan, man. I believe this week it'll be Pearsall, and for 5 weeks, he might not catch but one pass a game. Like, he just that type of coach to me. And until Pearsall gives us a consistent game after game after game, I wouldn't know when to play him or when to trust him. So if he goes out of, go bonkers one game and people, want him, I'm getting rid of him. I wouldn't trust it.
All right, Coop. I asked you about Leggett earlier. Now put your feet to the fire. Leggett or Deontay Johnson for this year? Who you got?
For this year?
Yep.
I think it's going to be Deontay Johnson. You never bet on the rookie year one.
Don't bet on the rookie. I love it. What would you pay for Deontay, just considering this board? Like, which one of these rookies at which pick would you say, like, 1 for 1, I'll take Deontay?
1 for 1, I'll take Deontay. If we're just going by the board,
give me the first one that you could find.
It's Blake Corum. just because I think Blake Corum was too high. But
Okay.
if you do what I think the order should have been and Jalen Polk before Blake Corum, I would take Deontay over Jalen Polk.
All right.
I think it's right in that range.
Anybody in the third round that stood out to either one of you, good or bad? Maybe a reach or maybe somebody that you really like.
Roman Wilson going to the 206, man. That was a big like for Vidal to go in front of probably the Corley and Wilson. That's kind of tough to me.
Both of them.
Yeah, for sure.
I also think that with a 1.5 tight end premium, Sanat should probably be around the turn.
Right.
And Sanders should be up near there as well.
I did hear that his name should be pronounced Senate.
But I keep hearing Senate a lot.
I'm from the Midwest and ignorant as fuck. Like that spells Senat. That don't spell Senate.
For sure. I should not call him. Ben. I should not call him Senate. I promise.
I should not call him Senate.
Shout out though. Shout out BS.
It's like Devon Achan, right? Wait a minute. You guys can't go changing your fucking names on us. All right, stop it.
Come on. Remember Kenneth Walker changed his on draft day. Call me Ken, not Ken.
Call me Ken Walker. No,
man.
No, you Kenny.
Facts. Get an orange hoodie or something, man.
All right, let's look at drafts. Team 1. I forgot who was picking there, but Caleb Williams, Brooks, Baker, Estime, Washington. Would you give that top to bottom grade? Picking out of the one spot.
Well, I still don't agree with the Brooks over Ladd pick, but even Javon Baker, man, I would have took Ron Wilson over Baker, me personally.
Yeah. I'm with that as well.
Yeah.
The Brooks thing I don't mind so much, but yeah, the Baker, I was like,
You said we giving a grade for it?
Yeah, you gotta give a grade.
I would say a B. You know, I mean, it's the first pick of every round, so it can't be too bad. But for it to be the first pick and for what it is, I would give it a C+, B- area.
C+, B-. Coop, what do you think?
I mean, I'm just we've seen rounds 2, 3, 4, and rounds 2 and 3 especially we thought were bad picks. 4, I personally think it's a bad pick. 5, but it's round 5.
C-. Sorry.
And Caleb Williams is like the chalk pick. I don't give you any credit for making chalk, so I'm giving you a D.
Oh, D. Yeah. I give it a C+, right? Caleb chalk pick, no question about it. I don't mind the Brooks pick so much at all. Like, it is what it is with Jonathan Brooks. I'm not a big RB fan anymore, just the way Dynasty is. But if you got to make your bet on one guy, or in this case 2 guys, it's Brooks and Benson first, and then everybody else you just take at value and they fall to you. So you want to be a little aggressive on Brooks? I don't mind that one. The Baker, Estime, and then I won't count the 5th rounder because it's whatever. It's 5th round. But
yeah,
I wouldn't have taken Audric Estime. I called him Austin. Audric Estime. Or Javon Baker, like I said. I think Roman Wilson. Shit, I'll take Malachi Corley before him. Jalen McMillan, Luke McCaffrey, if you're going receiver. I think I'd bet on draft capital with those guys, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Fizz, you don't get to grade your own team. Koopa, give Fizz the grade. Jane Daniels, Ladd.
My mic, then. Mute.
Yeah, Troy Franklin, Tyrone Tracy, and Brendan Rice. Both Chargers wide receivers. Like it.
The Troy Franklin, Fizz has already said it himself. He didn't even realize Roman Wilson was still on the board. So I got to knock him down a little bit for that. But everything else, like especially if you think about this as an individual team, especially like if you're talking this is a potential best ball league, like I kind of like getting both the Chargers wide receivers and just seeing what happens there. I mean, you got a good quarterback there; something's going to happen. So I'm going to give him like a B+.
Ooh, I'll give him an A-. He gets a lot of bonus points for taking Jane Daniels at 2, like you should. I ride this Jane Daniels 101 truth or bust from here to eternity. But Ladd, really nice value. It would have been an A, Fizz, but you fucked up the Troy Franklin pick.
It's all good.
But you redeemed yourself slightly with the Tyrone Tracy.
So I'm going to ask you this. If I would have took Jermaine Burton over Wilson, what would that have got me? Because that was really my original pick that I really wanted.
Oh, you could have got an A+ on this draft.
Oh, okay. All right.
Could have got one. Okay. All right, what about Team 3 Fizz? Marvin Harrison, Trey Benson, Kamani Vidal at the 303, Guerrero, and Jalen Coker.
Yeah, it's that Vidal pick, man. It's really hurting me to see. And Guerrero, so much going on in that backfield of San Fran, man. I would have liked Jatavian Sanders over Guerrero personally, right there, with what he could possibly be starting out. It's pretty chalk, but like I said, that Vidal pick, man, I give it a C+. I give it a C+, man.
C+.
Coop? You know what? I'm gonna give it a C, no plus, because Jatavian should have went where Guerrero went. So I'm gonna give it a C.
All right, Coop, what do you think?
I'm gonna see it.
I mean, you see what fell to him. He gets Marvin Harrison, so that's chalk. Get no credit. And then I didn't like Trey Benson. Didn't like Kamani Vidal. Guerrero I thought was good, and then Coker. I mean, whatever. So I mean, I'm giving him like a D+.
Damn.
Not too different from our team one. Being
harsh.
Hey,
you got the value in Marv though. Like it fell to him. So I
yeah, but you don't
like credit.
I don't give people credit for taking the value. You just you don't get hurt by taking the right pick.
I give it a solid B. I don't mind the bullishness on Trey Benson either. Needs to be talked about in the same conversation as Jonathan Brooks, to be fair. The only one I didn't like is, I get the Vidal thing, just fucking way too early, man. Ray Davis staring you in the face.
I mean, Vidal might have fell to him in the 4th round. Honestly, if you look at what went behind him, I don't think nobody would have reached for him right there.
Lately, he hasn't. That fucking guy don't make it out of the 3rd anymore. But okay. It's everybody's sleeper now.
Well, they're gonna be sleep. They're gonna be sleep for a couple of weeks. That's for sure.
It ain't a sleeper. All right. What about Team 4? Drake May, Ricky Pearsall, Malachi Corley, Jatavian Sanders, and Jawar Jordan.
Well, Mike, I know you ain't a Malachi fan whatsoever, so I know you don't really care for that pick. Like I said, me personally, I'm not that high on Pearsall myself, so I would have taken Keon 100% over that pick. And the Drake May one, I ain't gonna say it's questionable, but I still would take JJ over Drake May right now, considering. It's not bad picks. It's just my particular way of what I would have drafted. I don't like it for me, so I'm gonna give it a C+. I'm gonna go C+ again.
All right, cool.
Personally, I probably would have gone Neighbors over May, but I kind of have them pretty close. If you looked on the channel this morning, there was the Buffalo Bills team, the team overview that came out, and we've already recorded all the teams in that division, and I kind of warmed up to Drake May a little bit as we were talking through it. So I'm not totally against taking Drake May there. I do like the Pearsall get in the 2nd round. I like getting Sanders there in the 4th. Like it fell to him, but like I like taking the obvious value. Like, hey, this guy could be good. And then Corley in the 3rd, all right, and Jordan, it's the 5th round, but you're getting a running back. So you know what? I like taking that shot on that position there, especially the Houston running back room. You don't know who's behind Mixon. So I'm going to give him an overall like a B. Like I think it could have been better, but I think that overall they made good picks.
I give him an A. The conviction to take Drake May, good choice by the way. Ricky Pearsall again is somebody that I'm interested to see where he goes and how high his value actually would get. Because if I told you that they got rid of Debo or Ayuk or whatever, I think you can make the case for Ricky Pearsall at wide receiver 4. To be completely honest. San Francisco's offense with a solid defined role. That'd be pretty interesting. So the Corley pick, I'm not a fan of Corley, but it is what it is. He goes in that range. And what if I'm wrong on him? And what if he is Randall Cobb 2.0 for Aaron Rodgers right out the gate? Which is why I picked up some Corley later in drafts just for the old portfolio. Jatavian Sanders was a good value there at that point.
Yeah.
4th round, why not? It's a half-point tight end premium. If he's something, he's something. If he's not, you burnt a 4th rounder. Who gives a shit? I like that draft for him. All right, what about Malik Neighbors, Keon Coleman, Ben Sinnott, Bucky Irving, and Bub Means?
Yeah. Me personally, I love this draft right here. I would give it an A off the bat. I don't really have too much to speak on it. I love it. Other than, I mean, maybe you could have went because he took Ben. I was going to say you could have went Rome over Ben, but I like Ben right there too. So I'm gonna give it an A. I don't need to speak on it too much. A for me.
A for you. What about you, Coop?
Yep.
I am right around the same thing. I mean, personally, Bub Means is not my guy, and Bucky Irving's not my guy. But I also know people that those guys are their guys. Mm-hmm. So you know what? That can be your guys, and everything else. I liked the picks that you made, so I'll give you an A too.
I give him an A- just because you got Bucky Irving in there, which makes me flaccid. But I would ridicule the Sinnott pick and a half-point tight end premium. You know how I am with A-Warp tight ends, but still, it's fucking 305 for a guy who's got good draft capital and definitely has a good skill set. Fucking who cares at that point? Good job.
Yep.
Just push the Ben Sinnott button and move on. Coop, you don't get to grade yourself, so Fizz, what do you think of Coop's draft? J.J. McCarthy, Xavier Legette, Roman Wilson, Rasheen Ali, and Cody Schrader.
Man, I'm gonna be 100, man. I gotta get Cooper A+, man. He basically took every value that fell to him, and he didn't go get a my guy. I'm not even saying these guys aren't his guys, but all the guys that he took could have possibly went before they got to him. So it was like he took who should have already went or just fell to him. So I'm giving Cooper A+.
Ooh. I really like Coop's draft too. I'll give him an A+ too. Make his just because I want to see that no regrets tattoo. Warp on his neck.
I mean, like I said, I just think all the players that he took literally could have went 1 or 2 picks before he took them. So the fact that he got him where he got him is All
right, what about Mr. Wonderful? Adunze, Blake Corum, Ray Davis, Will Shipley, and Frank Gore.
Me, I'm not taking Corum over AD Mitchell personally. The Ray Davis thing, me personally, I would take. I don't know. How y'all feel about Ray Davis, man? I ain't really too high on these. I don't know, man. It's running back class to me, outside of the first two, not really that high on, man. I guess he took so many running backs, though. I wish he would at least took one receiver. That would have made me feel a little better about the team. Sheesh. I don't think I could trust his team. I gotta give him just a C because I gotta see it before it plays out. But it's too many running backs for me. I think he should have took at least one receiver to just kind of help out the draft. Unless this team was running back needy, which these guys probably won't help anyway. But I think he got too many running backs for me to say that this team is a winning team. So I'll give it a C.
I'm not necessarily caring as much about the number of running backs there. I do like the stacking both the Buffalo guys, just because you're pretty likely to have that back up there in Buffalo, and James Cook goes down, all of a sudden you've got yourself a nice value there. I don't like the Blake Corum pick. The Jalen Polk and Adonai Mitchell behind it. I think that both those guys should be above Corum. Odunze, chalk pick. So I'm really just evaluating those other four. I think they're fine. They don't blow me away. I mean, I'll give them just for the idea of hey, let me grab both Buffalo guys. I've got one. Let me get the other. I'll give them a B-.
I'll give him a B+. Dunze fell to him, which was nice. The Corum, I don't mind so much. He's in that range of all those running backs. So if you want to take him over Adonai Mitchell, by all means. Right, that could be a guy who does nothing, but we just always kind of, we think he could be something. He just never gets the targets or whatever. Becomes a fancy Alec Pierce. Ray Davis, you know how much I love Ray Davis. That Buffalo pick with Ray Davis just sent me to the moon. So to land him in the later part of the third round, mid to later part, is real nice. Will Shipley, he took an eagle, took a handcuff. That's fine. I mean, who the hell else was he going to take after Will Shipley, though? Right? Tight end, dart throw.
For sure.
Dylan Lobby. That's fine. And there was no real running back, so I went after Ray Davis, where I was like, oh my God, you should have taken that guy before him. So Yeah, I'll give it a B plus actually. B plus for him. How about Johnny Detroit? Brock Bowers at 8, Jalen Polk, Devontae Walker, Jordan Travis, and Sione Vaki. What would you grade Johnny Detroit on this draft is?
Me personally, I'm taking Luke over Devontae Walker right now. But outside of that, I like the draft. Pretty solid. I'm taking AD over Polk too, but maybe that's just his guy. So I wouldn't knock him for taking his guy at that value. So I would give it a B plus, man. Maybe possibly an A, or A minus. B plus A minus range for me.
Cool.
To me, the Bowers thing is it's tough for me to justify Bowers with it being only a 1.5 tight end premium in terms of just like I personally have found myself taking Worthy and Thomas over taking Bowers. Or if it's a super flex, like where the quarterback scoring is really relevant, like potentially going that Bo Nix route. The Jalen Polk, that's fine. I have him basically the same as Adonai Mitchell. Pick whichever one you like. Walker, I'm not a huge fan of. I think that the Ravens have kind of signaled that they're going to run with the wide receiver core that they have. I mean, they re-signed Rashad Bateman, and everyone was like, "Why did you do that?" Well, it's because I think that they're re-signing him because Devontae's like they're just trying to fill a body with Devontae Walker. I don't think he's going to be a big weapon for them at all. I like the Travis pick as a late round potential backup quarterback who, if he plays, he's got legs, so he might potentially give you a lot more points. But the Vaki, I think, is just throwing something away. He's more of a gadget guy from everything that I've seen, and I don't think that he's going to be somebody that is actually relevant in terms of what you want for fantasy. He might be relevant as a gadget player for the NFL, but that doesn't always work out in fantasy. So overall, I didn't like a lot of the things, probably like a C minus somewhere in there.
Yeah, I'll give it a C minus. Bowers and Jalen Polk were both fine picks, no issues there. Devontae Walker's one of those guys, when he gets drafted, I go, yes, because it wasn't by me, and it let somebody else fall to me. I'm with you, no interest in him. Really no interest in Jordan Travis either, other than a UDFA to pick him up. Fizz knows my affinity for watching Florida State football, and that guy cannot fucking throw to save his life. So imagine a worse Malik Willis, and you saw how well that's worked out for fantasy managers roster and Malik Willis. So, and then the Vaki pick, it's a 5th rounder, so I won't nail him for that. But C minus overall. What about Big Corey here? And before Mystic Flame, if those are your options, by the way, I would take Marshawn Lloyd, me personally.
Yeah, Lloyd, unless you've built your team as like a total win now, and then I'll like gamble on Singletary. Like if you have to win year one.
I always got Dotson, Dubs, Shakir, or Corley, or Wicks. I don't mind the John Dotson pick either. I'd probably go Dotson. And then Dobbs.
I feel like
and then
Dotson
Lloyd.
is the... Yeah. Dotson's definitely the value there.
In that order. Big Corey, Bo Nix, A.D. Mitchell, Jalen McMillan, Dylan Lobby, and Cade Stover. Fizz, what do you think about his draft?
I mean, again, I would take Luke over McMillan, but it's not a bad draft. I actually like, and if I had to go 5th round, that Cade Stover pick is honestly the best pick of value for me. I like Cade. I just wish Schultz didn't sign a big contract, but anything's possible. Injuries happen, whatever. So, for the value of what this team got, and where it failed, I would definitely give it a B plus, A minus. I'll give it an A minus. I'm gonna go A minus with it.
Cool.
I see Stover is just lighting the pick on fire. So I'm the total opposite of Fizzle. Because he's going to be a second tight end in Houston and clear as day.
But what if Schultz get injured, man, and he starts? That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying for it to be the 5th round and look at what went behind him, I feel like that's a good pick.
Hey, and CJ Stroud knows him.
Yeah. That is, I forgot about that. Yeah, if it's CJ Stroud saying, "Hey, get me my guy," we saw how that worked out with Tank Dell. It worked okay
for Tank Dell.
So yeah, maybe there is some value there in just saying get Stover. You're warming me up to him now.
That's what I'm saying. Cool.
I like the Bo Nix. I like the A.D. Mitchell, the McMillan. I also like, and I like the Laube. So yeah, so if I give him some credit for the Stover, I mean probably a B plus.
Okay, I give him an A plus. Big Corey had a great draft, especially picking out of the 9 spot. I love taking the quarterback in the first round, except for me because I wanted Bo Nix, but is what it is. A.D. Mitchell, you just took the value that fell to you. Good job there. Jalen McMillan, Fizz, I'll push back on the Luke McCaffrey. I'll probably prefer McMillan over McCaffrey, to be completely honest. I think McMillan comes in and has a role sooner, in a role that you can actually quantify, right? That Trey Palmer role in that offense, for sure.
Which even with Trey Palmer still being there?
Yeah, because Trey Palmer's ass. I mean, Jalen McMillan is that dude, so.
We gonna see.
So I really like Jalen McMillan. Dylan Lobby was a nice pick by him. And then the Stover pick, it's 5th rounder, but it's worse things to shoot your shot on than CJ Stroud's former tight end.
Yeah.
So I really like Big Corey's draft. All right, let's get the man of the hour, DB. Time to rip him apart. Brian Thomas, Marshawn Lloyd, Braylon Allen, Eric All, and Blake Watson. How do you think DB did, Fizz?
Yeah, I think this is more of a my guy pick because I would take Xavier over Brian Thomas personally, but I don't mind the pick. Values pretty equal. Lloyd, I like that pick. Honestly, I like the person picking though. So DB be on top of his stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to judge a DB draft, but I know he know what he's doing and he trusts his process. Eric All that late in the round. I like that. I would give DB an A minus only because I would take Worthy over Brian Thomas. So I'm gonna give him an A minus.
All right, cool.
So, I mean, for me, Brian Thomas and Worthy are basically the same. I'm trying to split it everywhere I have the choice. Marshawn Lloyd, Jalen Wright, I'm trying to split it everywhere I have the choice. Braylon Allen, I'm not in as much, but you look at the rest of the running backs on the board, I would have taken him over all the rest of the running backs.
Yep.
All is, I like taking the gamble there that Gesicki is not what it's chalked up to be a tight end. We haven't seen him relevant for quite a few years at this point. And Watson, I mean, sure, you're just throwing at a running back dart at the end there. I'm going to give him an A minus just because personally I would have gone McCaffrey over Allen, but otherwise I think it's all good.
I give him a B plus. Marshawn Lloyd, Braylon Allen, Eric All, Blake Watson, all good picks. Like them all where he took them, especially with what was facing him. Should have taken Michael Penix over Brian Thomas, though. But I get you. I get you, DB. I get you. Brian Thomas is a good player, too. But, you just put the hit rate chart together. You tell me how often receivers drafted like Brian Thomas bust versus quarterbacks drafted like Michael Penix. Just saying. Follow the data. But not that bad. He had to leave me one. I think that's what it was. It was a layup. Appreciate you, DB. All right. Fizz, grade my draft. Michael Penix, Jalen Wright, Spencer Rattler, Theo Johnson, and Anais Smith. Don't hold back.
Mike, man, I'm going to be 100 with you. You would have got an A plus if you would have took Burton over Wright. But since you didn't, I'm going to give you an A. Because you got Penix where he probably could have went, like you said, a pick before. And Spencer Rattler, that was a great pick because even though I like Luke as much as I do, getting Spence that late, especially when it's guys that maybe, especially in that 3rd round, he wouldn't have made it probably past me. So, I'm going to give you an A for this team. I really like it, especially with Penix falling. But if you would have taken Burton over Wright, man, I would have gave you A+. So
I get you. What do you think, Goop?
I'm going to give you an overall A minus because I think all the picks were great except for that you got yourself a blocking tight end.
hey, Coop, didn't you say you didn't want him because he blocked or something? I remember you made a quote about.
If you know anything about me, both my parents went to Penn State. I watch a lot of Penn State football. I do not have a single share of Theo Johnson, and I will not because he goes out there. He's really good at throwing blocks, and he gets the ball. He got the ball thrown to him like a couple times here and there, and it was usually like an out route in the flat. And it was like, okay, he caught the ball and he managed to get out of bounds for a gain of like 4 yards. It's like that's not useful.
It's just all I'm betting on is just athleticism. Like maybe he figures it out at the NFL level. If he doesn't, then look, free roster spot.
Waller retires too, right?
Yep, maybe. It's a free roster spot at the end of the day. Last one, Pello. This is definitely an F, I think. No, I'm just kidding. Xavier Worthy, Jermaine Burton, Luke McCaffrey, man. Jacob Cowing, and Sam Hartman. What do you think about his draft?
Yeah, man. Hey, he took my boy Sam Hartman. That's my guy right there, man. Good old QB1. Man, I ain't gonna lie, Pello. You sniped me on almost every round, bro. And for what you got at the 12th pick, yeah, man, I gotta give Pello an A+. My first A+ of the night, but I'm giving him A+, man. I maybe would have took Brennan over Cowan. I guess that's up and down. But outside of that, man, A+ for me, Pello.
What do you think, Coop?
I mean, I'm looking through each round, seeing what he could have had the choice to take afterwards, and I'm not seeing a single one that I'm like, I definitely would have taken the guys
the
after.
Right guy every time.
So, I'm in agreement with Fizzle. If I don't see anyone after that you could have taken better, it's like you get an A+.
As much as I hate gassing Pello up, he did a great job.
Yeah,
so easy. He's what, my third A+ in the night.
To be taking what's left over at the end of each round, he definitely killed it.
If only he was as good as doing fast live auctions. He's terrible at those, by the way. So if you join a league with Pello, make sure it's a fast live auction. You can take advantage of him. He's pretty easy.
Pello talk, man. It's Pello talk.
We call him the salmon because he's that big of a fish. I love you, Pello. Well, that's it. Mock draft. Maybe next week. You want to do something like crazy? Let's do like a 2 tight end league with a good premium. You know, where tight ends matter. See how that shifts it up.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're probably done with mock drafts, at least rookie mocks. Rookie season will pretty much be over for the most part. But something I'm actually pretty excited about. If you like mock draft Mondays, mock draft mayhem, doing the 24 class, we're going to start in on the 25 class. Now, it won't be every week. Not that psychotic. But maybe once, twice a month, we're going to come on here. We're going to draft based on projected standings, the 2025 class. And again, we're just going to start with the first round. Okay? We're not going 7 rounds deep into 2025. No fucking idea. But it'll help get everybody familiar. I think anybody who tapped into those every single Monday really enjoyed them. And then when the NFL draft came along, you're like, man, I remember talking about that guy. Right? It felt like
I learned a lot, man. I learned a lot.
There's very few players taken to the NFL draft where I don't think we'd at least discussed them. Now, when we got to the 6th and 7th round, there were some dudes I was like, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah. Hey, look, call Dynasty Berry. He knew who they was.
Dynasty Berry probably had a scouting report on him and maybe thought about him in one draft, but he wasn't in the PFF player pool, so he's like, I can't do it. Can't do it. That's all we got, though. We really appreciate everybody tapping in here. 2025, we're going to be dialed in. You damn right, B. Damn right, DB. And then look for DB's good work here. Be doing a lot of podcasts, 40 episodes on this real soon. Some pretty incredible stuff. And you know me, I like to explain it in dumbass terms because I, myself, am a dumbass. Appreciate everybody tapping in. That'll do it for this mock draft. Let us know what you think in the comments. Good, bad. Give out your own grades. Tell me I did terrible. Tell Fizzy did terrible. Whatever it is, we appreciate everything that you guys do.
That's it.
And again, we'll see y'all next week. Same time, same place, same channel, same people probably. We're out of here. Peace.